Hi dear students, here is a test for you. The test is of 60 marks. There are 30 MCQs. You have to take a pen and paper, note down question number 1, and before question number 1, your option. Immediately I will tell you the answer or correct option, and just you need to mark. If it is right, just mark right or tick it right. If it is wrong, leave it as it is, and at the end of all the MCQ, just calculate your score out of 60. 30 MCQs with 60 marks means each MCQ carries 2 marks, and then comment your score below in the comment section. I will appreciate your score. Dear students, let's start with MCQs on Jack London's To Build a Fire. So here MCQs on To Build a Fire, it's a short story by Jack London. And the very first question we have, Jack London was, options are A, American writer, B, a British writer, C, a French writer, and D, an Italian writer. Mark down your answer or option, and please, if it is correct, tick right before that correct answer you put on your notebook. And the correct answer is A, American writer. Number 2, Jack London's literary career spanned from dash A 1600 to 1620, B 1620 to 1640, C 1600 to 1610, D 16 to 1616, and the correct answer is D. Number 3, many Americans were set journeys or expeditions to find out the gold in a particular region in 1890s. This phenomenon is known as A, Gold March, B, Gold Rush, C, Gold Ranch, and D, Gold Dig. And the correct answer is B, Gold Rush. Number 4, on which background or backdrop the story To Build a Fire is based? Options are A, Beauty Ranch, B, Gold Rush, C, Gold Ranch, and D, none of the above. Note down your correct option and put it in your notebook. And the correct option is B, Gold Rush. Number 5, the lifespan of Jack London is dash, who died at the age of dash. Options are A, 1880 to 1921, 41, 1870 to 1916, 46, 1876 to 1916, 40, 1890 to 1920, 30. Correct option is C, 1876 to 1916, at the age of 40. Number 6, Jack London earned a lot of wealth through A, writing, B, gold business, C, farming, D, stock exchange. Correct option is A. Number 7, Jack London developed a dash in his 1400 acres of farm property. A, Gold Ranch, B, Beauty Ranch, C, Farm Ranch, and D, Sweet Ranch. And the correct option is B, Beauty Ranch. Ranch means nothing but a large farm property. Number 8, Jack London's The Scarlet Plague, published in 1912, is a dash, psychological fiction, B, political fiction, C, science fiction, D, culture fiction. And the correct option is C, science fiction. Number 9, which territory is mentioned in the story To Build a Fire? A, Dawson Territory, B, Jacun Territory, C, Yukon Territory, and D, Rangoon Territory. And the correct option is C, Yukon Territory. You can see in the map, it is in Canada, Yukon Territory. Here you see this is Yukon Territory, which is mentioned in the story To Build a Fire. Next, a high mountainous pass where the man travels is called dash 500 miles from the main trail. So here you see this is the pass. What this pass is called? A, Dawson Pass, B, Alaska Pass, C, Bering Pass, and D, Chilkoot Pass. There is a mention in the story, and it is 500 miles from the main trail. And correct option is D, Chilkoot Pass. It is called as Chilkoot Pass. Number 11, there are dash main characters in the story. How many characters are there? A, 6, B, 4, C, 3, and D, 2. And the correct option is There are only two characters in the story, the man and the dog, main characters. 12. To build a fire is a story of A. A man and wolf, B. A man and dog, C. A man and fox, D. A man and tiger. And the correct option is, it is a story of a man and his dog. 13. To build a fire is about A. Harshness of nature, B. Man's inability to survive, C. Relationship between man and nature, and D. All of the above. And the correct option is all of the above. Number 14. Which season is mentioned in the story? A. Extreme hot summer, B. Extreme raining, C. Extreme cold winter, D. Transition of summer to winter. And the correct option is C. Extreme cold winter. 15. Which river appeared in the story to build a fire? A. Yukon, B. Dawson, C. Dye, and D. Bering. And the correct answer is A. Yukon. 16. Who informs the man not to travel in such a harsh winter? Options are A. Old timer on Sulphur Creek, B. Old timer on Sulphur Creek, C. Old timer of Canada, and D. None of the above. And correct option is B. Old timer on Sulphur Creek. Please remember this. 17. The man was dash. It was his first winter in that region. A. Strange, B. Routine visitor, C. Chechaco, and D. None of the above. And the correct option is C. Chechaco. Chechaco means newcomer to the land. This is a native word used in to build a fire. 18. The story to build a fire begins with the following words. A. Day had broken cold and grey, exceedingly cold and grey. B. The man flung a look back along the way. C. But all this the mysterious far, and D. It turned and trotted up the trail. And the correct option is A. The story begins with these words, day had broken cold and grey, exceedingly cold and grey. 19. The dog in the story represents dash. A. Intellect, B. Instinct, C. Knowledge, and D. Experience. What does it represent? And the correct option is B. It represents instinct. 20. The man in the story represents A. Intellect, B. Knowledge, C. Instinct, D. Both A and B. What does man represent in the story? And the correct option is he represents D. Both A and B means intellect and knowledge. 21. He was quick and alert in the things of life, but only in the things and not in the significances. These lines refers to, what does these lines refer? A. The man in the story, B. Dog in the story, C. Old timer, and D. A boy in the camp. And the correct option is the man in the story. It is the practical remark about that man. 22. The reference to temperature dash appears in the story which states the extreme condition of weather. A. 40 degree below zero, B. 80 degree below zero, C. 50 degree below zero, D. 100 degree below zero. So there is constant reference to temperature in the story. What is that reference? And the correct option is C. 50 degree below zero. It constantly appears in the story. 23. You were right, old horse, you were right. Who said this? The man, the dog, C. The old timer, and D. The boys. And the correct option is the man said these words when he was dying. 24. What is moccasin? Options are A. Soft leather hand gloves, B. A soft leather cap, C. A soft leather cover for body, and D. A soft leather shoe with heel. And the correct option is, it is a soft leather shoe with heel, moccasin. 25. Why the title to build a fire? And options are A. The story set in cold region, B. Man dies due to lack of fire, and C. Man struggles to build a fire. D. All of the above. And the correct option is D. Why this title is given to the story to build a fire? There are reasons. Number 1, it is a story set in cold. Number 2, man dies due to lack of fire, and number 3, man struggles to build a fire. 26. The theme of the story to build a fire is, what is the theme? A. Relationship between man, nature and animal. B. Death. C. Instinct and intellect. And D. All of the above. And the correct option is all of the above. Means the story is based on these themes: relationship between man, nature and animal, death, instinct and intellect. All these things appears, or it is a central idea of the story. 27. Which narrative technique used in the story? A. First person. B. Second person. C. Third person or omniscient narration. D. Both A and B. And the correct option is C. Third person, means it is omniscient narration, and this story is told by someone else outside of the story. 28. The man was novice who lacks in A. Intellect, B. Knowledge, C. Experience and D. None of the above. And the correct option is experience. Man lacks the experience in that region, and hence he becomes victim of this cold weather. 29. The third time man was not able to lead the fire because options are A. He does not want to lead the fire. B. His fingers and hands gone numb. C. He does not have matchsticks. And D. The dog disturbed his fire. What is correct option? And the correct option is his fingers and hands gone numb, and hence third time he could not lead the fire. And the last question is, who dies in the story to build a fire? Options are A. The dog, B. The old timer, C. The man and D. All of the above. Who dies? And the correct option is the man dies in the story to build a fire. So dear students, these are the MCQs and I told you the answers right. Now dear students, please calculate the score, how many marks you obtained in this test of 60 marks with 30 questions, and please comment below. If you have any problem, any query regarding this or any other topic, you can comment me, you can ask me questions, you can directly email me to contactliteraturesimply@gmail.com, or you can join our Telegram channel called Literature Simply, where you will get the PDF of these MCQs. So stay tuned and watch Literature Simply. Thank you very much.